The Old West, where men were men and sheep were scared. Arizona Territory, wild, beautiful, treacherous, unpredictable. The settlers who migrated to this area were mostly decent folk, but there were a few pioneers who chose to live outside of the law. Those desperados were like the very land they so ruthlessly inhabited. Wild, beautiful, treacherous, unpredictable. They were the Mild Bunch. I first met up with old Butch Martin at a party. A necktie party, that is. Old Butch had been captured while trying to wrestle spare change off tables in a local Mexican restaurant. His gang, the Mild Bunch, got away, and now Butch was a-paying the price for taking taco tips. He's about to be hanged by the neck until dead.
Any last requests? I'm sorry, there's not enough time for that. How about a cigarette instead?
No thanks, I'm trying to quit.
Suddenly, a shot rang out. Lead flew in all directions, and we all ducked for cover. The Mild Bunch, Pat Below, Wild Walt, and Hopalong Hoppins had come to rescue Butch. My heart was a-pounding in my throat as the Mild Bunch came thundering into town. I quivered as I played possum, knowing that no man, woman, or child would be spared their fury.
It's about time you got here. Where you guys been?
We had to stop at Weapons World for ammo.
Yahoo! I ain't ever had so much fun in my life. How about you, Hopalong?
Whoa-ee, them fellers drop like flies. How you doing, Butch?
I haven't been having as much fun as you have.
What's that?
Herb Alper?
Damn neighborhood watch program. Somebody's called the cavalry. Let's get out of here.
Why we're going?
The West Court, in the Buttes.
From the way them fellas reacted, the West Court in the Buttes must have been a Jim Dandy hideout. I even got caught up in their jubilation.
Look, that one's still squirming.
Hold it. Take him as a hostage.
What for?
We'll need a fifth man for poker.
Playing possum was never one of my strong points, and I wasn't much good at playing poker either. As they tied me up, I tried to remember if a full house beat four of a kind.
Get up. Get up, you ornery son.
On we rode with the cavalry in hot pursuit. It didn't take us too long to figure out that the cavalry was bad shots. However, their bugle player was driving us all crazy. Finally, Butch winged the varmint, and that ended the chase. Everybody relaxed once the cavalry called it quits. Everybody but me, that is. Soon, I began to miss the bugle player. They didn't relax too long, though. We were attacked by a band of hostile Indians. Was made, but only after the Mild Bunch promised not to sing on Indian property again. We pushed ever on, never stopping except once at a beer warehouse. One day, we stopped at the top of a butte to rest our horses.
What's this thing we've stopped on?
It's a butte.
Yeah, it's pretty, but what is it?
Uh-oh.
What's the matter, Butch?
Looks like we got company.
I'll raid the cavalry again.
And I sincerely hoped that it wasn't them Indians again.
like we got company.
I hope I ain't the cavalry again.
And I sincerely hoped that it wasn't them Indians again. The company turned out to be Pancho Poncheri, a revenue prospector from financial territory.
Howdy, old-timer. What you doing in these parts?
Hunting for bucks.
The Mile Bunch pondered this answer for a while and decided that since there weren't no deer for nigh on to 1,000 miles, Pancho was probably lying or filling his pipe with something stronger than tobacco. Butch called his bluff.
Right, and I'm the Pope.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm hunting for buried treasure.
Not anymore, you're not.
The Mile Bunch continued to question Pancho till his nerves were shot. Finally, they bid him farewell.
What's this, a grocery list?
No, it's a map, stupid.
Then what's this? It looks like a treasure map.
Then what's this?
It's a grocery list.
Yep, it was a grocery list, all right. Wild Walt and Hopalong poked fun at Butch for his mistake. But Butch was in no mood for funning.
According to this map, we're standing on top of buried treasure.
Time's a-wasted. Get your shovels.
They begun to dig, and soon they started to uncover all kinds of pretty little doodads. Finally, Wild Walt hit something large and hard.
I hit something large and hard, and it sounds hollow. You guys quit screwing around and give me a hand here. A treasure chest!
Sure as shooting, Butch had dug up a treasure chest. And as usual, the gang celebrated their good fortune by singing some of their favorite tunes.
What's that?
Unfortunately, we were still in Indian territory.
What's that?
Unfortunately, we were still in Indian territory. Yep, true to form, the Mile Bunch had gone back on their word, never to sing again in Indian country. The Indians and their lawyers chased us for days, until finally we crossed their property line. Once the danger had passed, the Mile Bunch relaxed by singing every song they knew by the Sons of the Pioneers. Mercifully, they provided me with an ear gag. On we went, bone tired, but no one complained. Well, almost no one.
Are we there yet?
I'm sleepy.
I'm hungry.
We're out of beer.
And I had to go to the bathroom. Suddenly,
There it is, boys. Our hideout, West Court and Butte.
There must be an airport close by.
Come on, boys, slap leather.
Pat, Wild Walt, and Hopalong slapped their saddles until it finally dawned on them that Butch meant for them to ride hard. And ride hard we did, straight toward the West Court and the Buttes. What a hideout! The Mile Bunch couldn't wait to check in and check out all the things the West Court had to offer. But the thing they were most anxious about was the treasure chest. They were chomping at the bit to divvy up the loot.
Who gets the beer?
The heck with the beer, let's divvy up the loot.
If they had had a key or been better shots, the West Court would have had more employees today.
What's this?
Looks like a ring.
Yep, it was a ring, all right, a real pretty one. On the sides was the inscription, Grand Club, 10 years. Butch and the gang inspected it closely.
This thing looks brand new.
Yep, It'll make a nice gift for somebody someday. Hey, look at this.
It's a book. Wild Walt, you've been struck with a blinding flash of the obvious. Read what it says, Butch.
Adventures in Paradise.
If you're a travel agent, in fact, if you're anyone who loves travel, there are really only two things that you have to know about Jamaica. Every year it's new and different, and it never changes at all.
Come back to Jamaica. What's old is what's new. We want you to join us. We made it for you.
Even people who come to Jamaica year after year always find happy surprises here. New hotels and shops and restaurants, new things to do and see. But the soul and spirit of this island country is still timeless. You'll still find secluded beaches that haven't changed much since Columbus sailed past. And the morning mists still lie cool on the blue mountains. Deep green ferns are still lush in the valleys. A million flowers still color the hillsides. And the blue and green and aqua of the warm Caribbean are still almost too perfect to be real. Jamaica is everlasting, but it's always new. For the people born here, and for the people reborn here.
Make it Jamaica, your new island home.
There's not an island in the Caribbean that has as many different kinds of vacations as Jamaica. Start with the vacation capital, Montego Bay. It's Mo Bay to the locals, and with an incredible range of great resorts and great times, it has something for everyone. Rose Hall Great House is said to be haunted. The Governor's Coach Tour lets you travel through time on a train. The spectacular beaches offer every kind of sport on the water. And the Mo Bay markets are a trip in themselves.
In the markets of Jamaica, there is a thing called higgling. You look at the wood carving and the woman says, maybe for $60 I'll sell you this. And she expects you to say, maybe for $20 I'll buy it. Then you start higgling. Of course, you can pay the $60, but then you'd miss all the fun.
Down the coast from Mo Bay, you'll find the laid-back little slice of heaven called Negril. People come here to celebrate the simple joys of life. Soft surf and sunsets. Good food and good times.
I know a beautiful girl who's a bartender at this resort. She lives across the bay. And some days she even comes to work on a windsurfer. Sails all the way across the bay. Everybody thinks she's crazy, but everybody watches.
On the other side of Mo Bay, on the beautiful north coast, is Ocho Rios, also known as the Garden of Jamaica. You can celebrate high tea in Shaw Park Gardens, explore coconut and banana plantations, walk up through the Garden of Eden at Dunn's River Falls, or drive up through the emerald magic of Fern Gully. There's jasmine and frangipani on the evening breeze, and there's love in the air. Port Antonio, at the other end of the island, is Jamaica's elegant escape. Today, the Victorian gingerbread village is being restored, and elegant resorts and villas are tucked amidst the coves and hills. But bamboo and wild orchids still grow along the roadsides. Rafting on the Rio Grande is still an adventure. And the waters of the Blue Hole still have the power to stop you cold. But there's a whole different side of Jamaica, beyond the beaches. you can explore Mandeville in the cool foothills of the Blue Mountains. With antique shops and an 18th century town square, Mandeville is known as the most English town in Jamaica.
You know, when I was growing up here, I didn't know there were seasons. I thought it was always sunny and nice. Then I went to Mandeville, and at night it got to 55 degrees. I thought it was the coolest place on earth. Of course, that was before I visited Toronto.
Today, more and more visitors are discovering another different Jamaica, called Kingston. In this hemisphere, Kingston is the largest English-speaking city south of Miami. It's a cultural center of galleries and concerts, theater and dance. There are restaurants with fine cuisines from around the world. The University of the West Indies is here. The worldwide phenomenon known as reggae was born here, and its spiritual home is still here at Bob Marley's Tough Gong Studios. You can stroll through museums and restored estates like Devon House. Within a short drive of Kingston, you can explore the Blue Mountains or the old pirate haunt of Port Royal. You can bet on the thoroughbreds at Caymanas Racetrack, or sit back at Nago Head and watch the parade pass you by. Each part of Jamaica has something different, but there's one thing all of Jamaica has in common: fun. Every day's a holiday here. Some are just bigger than others. From high-stakes international marlin tournaments to high tea at the Orchid Society Show. From festivals of dance to concerts in the park. From polo championships to cricket test matches. The annual PGA tournament in Jamaica offers the richest purse on the seniors tour and probably the most beautiful scenery. Exhibitions and contests are a joy in Jamaica, including beauty pageants that are serious business.
Like clockwork, Jamaica wins international awards for 3 things: beer, rum, and beautiful women. Sounds like a country western song.
Every summer, the remarkable Reggae Sunsplash is a wild week of music. And through the summer and fall, you're invited to an amazing affair called Bruckins. Each week, a part of the beach in Ocho Rios and Montego Bay becomes a celebration of Jamaican folklore, food, music, and dance. It's a special taste of Jamaica with a rhythm like nowhere else on earth. All in all, you can find it all in Jamaica. From charming country inns to resorts where royalty feels right at home. From private villas to the most popular all-inclusive vacation spots in the world. You can find good times and good friends. You can find peace and beauty. And most of all, you can find something that you may not even know you're looking for. Yourself.
Make it Jamaica, your new island home.
Looks like a great place, fellas, but I was expecting cash in this strong box.
Yeah, what are we going to use to pay for all this?
I've got an idea. We'll join that group over there. Then we'll put all of our charges on their master bill.
Gee, Butch, you think of everything.
Well, old Butch and the Mile Bunch joined up with the Grand Club gang and had themselves a rip-snorting good time. And I hear tell that they plan to rendezvous with the Grand Club gang again next year. As for me, I like the West Court and the Butte so much, I decided to settle down there. If you're ever in the neighborhood, stop in and see me. I work in the gift shop.